Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Mcfarlane Batman Classic TV series, 1966 Adam West TV show, Alan Napier, Alfred. Not only that, this is the Platinum Chase variant. He's done in black and white. Why is he done in black and white? Well, a lot of people in the mid to late 60s still had black and white TVs, so a lot of people remember the TV show in black and white. This is the Platinum Chase variant. I won this guy via the Mcfarlane EQL raffle. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, DC, Mcfarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. Batman Classic TV Series, Mcfarlane Platinum Edition. Here he is in the package. He has the Bat Phone, which is typically red, but this one's white, and a feather duster, and then Alfred himself. On the back side, you can see the Bat Cave. Here's Alfred, and there's his barcode if that helps. But keep in mind, it's going to be the same barcode as the color version. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have the infamous red Bat Phone, but of course this one is white because it's in black and white. And then we have a feather duster. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Alfred, Batman's trusty butler, from the 1966 Adam West Batman Classic TV series, played by Alan Napier. He's a very tall gentleman, so the figure's probably not as tall as it should be because this is on the body we already saw with Commissioner Gordon. But I'm really happy to add Alfred to the collection. And this is a Platinum Chase variant, so I'm happy to finally have my Platinums complete in this line. So let's take a look. Starting with his face here. It looks good, but something seems a little bit off with Alan Napier. I don't know, he should be smiling, a little taller, but it does look good. Looks good for generic Alfred, and does have hints of the 66 version. His hair is going back, a little bit of black and white mix there. Thick glasses, mustache. It's on a pretty basic suit of bodies, and I'm a sucker for suited figures. I do prefer the color version, but the black and white touch is kind of cool. It's black and white because a lot of people had black and white TVs back then. I wasn't alive in the 60s, nor in the 70s, and when I was a really little kid in the 80s, I watched reruns of this show, but it was in color. Single jointed elbows, single jointed knees. Nice addition to the collection. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Like I said before, I can see Alan Napier Alfred in this, but something is definitely off. Now for his accessories. We have the infamous red Bat Phone, but this is done in white, which is kind of interesting, considering the phone is typically pure red. Now, I don't think the phone is supposed to come off. I pulled it off, had some resistance, some really slight glue, but I prefer it to be able to do that anyway. And then, of course, we have this feather duster, which is a little bit odd. Giant feather here, and that's fine. Then, of course, the handle is a little weird. I feel like it really shouldn't have this loop here. Still, very appropriate accessory for an Alfred figure. Here are the black and white versions of these accessories, next to the color versions that came with the standard Alfred release. And here are a bunch of different red Bat Phones that I have in my collection. This is the one that came with the regular 66 Alfred. This one with the black and white version. This one with the Mattel Batcave. And these two with the Mcfarlane Wayne Manor Library playset. Here's Alfred holding onto that feather duster. And then here's Alfred picking up and answering the Bat Phone. Now I want to check out the differences in reuse between this platinum black and white Alfred and the original color version. And of course I prefer the color version because it looks more like a real person. Now they're exactly the same figure. The only real difference is going to be this guy's flesh colored face and this guy has a gray colored face. The hair is a little bit different as well. But beyond that, it's pretty much the same. He's got the entire black suit, white gloves, white shirt underneath. It's mainly just the flesh color. And that gives us three different figures that pretty much utilize the same body. Same body, same torso, same jacket. Hell, it's damn near the same head, although there are some slight differences. And to tell you the truth, the Joker and Bookworm share the same arms and legs, everything from the waist down, just a different head and torso jacket area. Now that I've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.1 inches tall, which can translate to 15.5 centimeters. And for his articulation, start with his head. Of course, you're going to rotate side to side. You can look up and down, at least a little bit. Can even tilt his head the tiniest bit from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint goes up way more than 90 degrees. up, down, around, all that good stuff. He has a single jointed elbow with rotation. The wrist simply rotates. He's got a waist swivel behind the jacket. Legs go forward about that far. Back about that much. Single jointed knee, once again with rotation. And that is the articulation. Here's a look at Alfred with a feather duster in the Wayne Library. Here's Alfred with the other black and white 66 figures. And here's a look at both these Alfreds in the Wayne Library with a civilian Bruce Wayne Dick Grayson behind them. Here's a look at Bruce Wayne on the bat phone. Dick Grayson eagerly listening. Alfred standing ready with his feather duster. Here's Alfred in the Wayne Manor, dusting different various objects. Alfred can also be caught dusting various items in the Batcave, and sometimes even driving the Batmobile. I remember him driving the Batmobile in the movie with the domino mask, and I bet you anything, eventually we'll get a domino mask version of Alfred. Now let's check them out, next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Alfred figures. Here's the black and white Alfred, next to the color 66 Alan Napier Alfred. Now this is not the first Alfred figure they made in the 66 retro line. Here he is next to Alfred, dressed as Batman. And here he is, next to the Mattel DC Multiverse, Alan Napier Alfred. Then, with all of my Mattel Alfred figures. This comic version of Alfred came with 4 different heads. We have the comic version, the Michael Gove version, Alan Napier version, and the evil outsider version. And then we also have the Michael Caine version for the Dark Knight trilogy. And now, with my DC Direct Alfred figures. Here he is, next to a Diamond Select Toys TV show Gotham Alfred. Here are all the different Alfred figures I have in my collection. The next one that's going to be joining the collection is going to be the Michael Gove Alfred by Mcfarlane DC Multiverse that comes with the Batman Forever Batmobile. Here are all of Mcfarlane's 66 retro black and white figures. Batman, Robin, Alfred, the Joker, and the Riddler. They can honestly do all the figures in black and white variants, and I'm glad they're keeping it contained to a minimum. Here are all the different Platinum Chase variants in Mcfarlane's 66 retro line. Unmasked Robin, Masked Joker, Unmasked Riddler, Black and White Alfred, Glow-in-the-Dark Lord Deathman, and Comic Color First Appearance Batgirl. Now let's check them out next to some other recently released Mcfarlane Batman Classic TV series figures. Here's his Platinum Alfred next to the rest of his wave. Wax Robin, Spacesuit Batman, both Platinum and regular versions of Alfred, Disco Nightwing, and Bookworm. And here he is next to the previous wave. This is based off the animated show, The New Adventures of Batman, Robin, Batman, Commissioner Gordon, Batmite, regular and Platinum Batgirl, Joker, the Riddler. Before that, they released this Entertainment Earth exclusive Blacklight Joker. Next, with the wave before that, this is based off the 66 comic spin-off, Superman, the Batman Robot, Joker as Batman, and both the regular and Platinum versions of Lord Deathman. Here's his black and white Alfred, next to Mcfarlane DC Multiverse, black and white Adam West Batman. And here he is, next to some DC Direct black and white Batman figures. Then, with the Diamond Select Toys, black and white Clerks wave. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you know what signs you can mix him with. Since he's a Mcfarlane Batman Classic TV series figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and SH Figure Arts action figures. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends, and Mafex figures. Here's Alfred, next to my wife's hair clip. And here he is, next to some Mattel and Mezco figures. Then, with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct figures. Next, with some Diamond Select Toys and Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. And finally, with some Mcfarlane DC Multiverse figures. So overall, it's a cool Alfred figure. I much prefer the color version, but this is a nice collector's item. It's good to complete the black and white 66 collection. It's cool to complete the Platinum collection. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely be the color version. But as you guys know, I'm a completist in this line. I'm happy to have won the raffle for this guy. Sculpted paint job, good, not great, a lot of reuse, and the likeness is a little off. Accessories, very cool, the bat phone and the feather duster. Articulation, also kind of on the weak side. If I had to rate this figure, probably give him 5.5 out of 10. The color version, significantly higher rating, but still has many flaws. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you real soon.